So what's going on, people? Well, today it's Thursday, right? Which is the Thursday before a release this weekend of some kind of Yeezys. I forget what the name is, just like these white ones that look like a lot of the other ones. So I went to foot action over at Lynnhaven Mall in Virginia Beach so that I could check in and get my little 10-minute head start thing. And so first, I walk in and I'm just kind of trying to do the check-in thing as I'm walking around and just seeing what all shoes they have in there. And then I happen to end up talking to the lady and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to check in and it's not quite working, Because sometimes you got to find the right spot in the store before it actually lets you check in. And she's like, yeah, well, we upgraded our system and now it doesn't really work like that anymore. And I'm like, I'm not really trying to hear that it doesn't work. I'm trying to hear what you're gonna do to make it work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get all like mad and cause a scene because obviously I'm not the kind of guy, you can tell from the general vibe of these videos that I'm not the kind of guy to get mad and cause scenes. It's just like whatever. But I'm pretty sure that she's gonna have some kind of way to get around this and make this happen so that I can check in and get my little extra minute, right? So I can come back and spend more money, right? Because who's going to turn a customer away, a potential customer away? So she does some stuff, calls somebody, they come out. He's like, oh, here, let me see, blah, 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 types of thing and gets the code for me. So then I can just manually do it. But yeah, I don't know why they would change their system to something to where you can't just like walk into the store and do it yourself. Because now it's just going to take like that much of their time every time somebody walks in, right? It seems strange. Hopefully that's a temporary thing. But if you're out there and you're going to Lynnhaven Mall in Virginia Beach to go to foot action, expect to jump through a hoop or two before you're able to check in. Just so you know. So I don't know who else shops there. Yeah, I mean I know DB Kicks does, but I don't know who all else in my little circle of people that I follow is in this area. So anyways, while I was in there walking around and looking at things, of course I shouldn't have done that because that's how you find stuff that you want, which is why we're here, why I have this bag. So I'm walking around, I'm looking at things, I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I have already, I'm seeing a lot of things that I don't want, and then these popped up, right? And so, let me show you the side of the box first. I'm not sure what that says. Honestly, I haven't even read it myself. All I know is that it's 9 React Presto. This says Magma Orange, Black and White. All right, cool. So yeah, I went ahead, I saw these, and against my better judgment, I was like, hey, you got these in a 9. And she's like, what? And I'm like, 9? And she's like, maybe. Turns out they did. And so then I was able to try them on. And so here we are, right? Because I put them on and I'm like, I don't need these, but I'm walking out with them. She's like, I got you. So $120 something later, right? I feel like it's like something like that. Because retail is $140 minus a little bit of a discount in there. I want to say I walked out with these for about $125. We'll call it $125. So now I looked at these briefly in the store when I tried on at least one of them. But let's go ahead and get a closer look at both of them now so that we can see just how everything's looking. Everything's looking pretty good over there. It looks a little wrinkly on the back, but that's the way Reacts are if you really move around in them. Sometimes they just get a little wrinkly, but other than that, everything's looking all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that means it is now review time on this right here. I'm gonna call this a tiger striped Nike React Presto. And if you want the colorway, it's Magma Orange and Black and White. So there is that for you. Now, these, for the longest time, I only had one pair of the React Presto. Not that I had anything wrong with them, I liked them a lot. I was just waiting on the right color and the right price, that combination to make the purchase. And then that became a thing when I got my Nike ID pair or Nike by You pair. Link will be up here or maybe it's over here. Either way, there will be a link somewhere up at the top. Got those as part of a giveaway things. I told people, hey, send me some submissions for like what you would make for me. I had the vote over on Instagram. David won. Send him send him $25 in American, whatever that came out to in euro. I don't remember, because his design was chosen, and then I bought the shoes, did the review, and so here we are. Now I have a third pair, right, that we're going to talk about now, starting with the bottom. So across the bottom, across this outsole, it's very much like the previous React shoes that I've talked about on here, because whether it's an Element 55, 87, 270, or Presto, they often have the same styling going on across the bottom. So you've got the standard white style, or whatever color it may be for the React itself, and then the black parts here are kind of where it's just a little more padded to give you a little bit more durability, so things don't run down on you too quickly anyway. So that you have that. And then moving past that, the standard midsole, like I said, on this one, it's white, as it is on a lot of them. And you can kind of see the parts where the bottom comes up. On here, it kind of looks like a cow almost, But then over here, you got a little bit of orange that you couldn't completely see on the bottom, but just a little bit. So you got that. And as you can kind of tell, very thick, very, very cushiony to walk around in on these here. So that gives you something pretty nice as far as your foot feel goes, but we'll get into that in a little bit when I talk about the sizing and the comfort. So for now, getting back to this part, the part that's important in this moment, the upper, right? So you got your standard cage style thing going on here, which is not completely different from the standard Presto. The shape is different, yes, but the material and just the overall effect of it is not, because it was the same thing. It was just 3 or 4 striped looking things, kind of looked like an Adidas Ultra Boost cage, but slightly different. And so they have that same thing on here, just again, it's like a weird shape. I don't know what that thing is. If anybody does know, please let me know. And then that's holding down some very standard laces here. Nothing special about those, not at all. Past that, the upper here, right? This part is what really got my attention. I saw these online a while ago, and I was thinking, like, it's a little out there, but it's like still right there in the area in which I shop. So here we are. You got this tiger stripe thing going on, which feels pretty nice. It almost feels like if you were petting like a cat, kind of. So that's something. But anyways, if you look at it, it looks to me really good. It's gone across all around. I don't know if there's much of a change between both pairs. It's looking like it is not. Yeah, it's looking like it's very much the same as I look at these now. So, because sometimes you have things like those army style Jordan 10s, where those have different patterns from left to right. Most shoes don't even look close to the same. Sometimes even on those, the actual colors, the shading was even different. But these, it looks like it's just one huge print, similar to the Ultra Boost Woodstocks. But anyways, not that that's a bad thing. I get it saves some money. So moving along, it's just a pretty well done look, in my opinion. Get you in there so you can get some close-ups. Now let me check something real quick here, because I noticed, and it's the same thing on these, it seems to be, as is on the Woodstocks. And as you push your feet in here, as you push like your toes around, you can kind of see, like, when you press out, that it separates a little bit, so you kind of see like the white part that is behind there. Not a huge deal, it's just something that I noticed when I was wearing the Woodstocks the other day. But past that, like I said, up here, the standard laces, and behind that you've got that little thing that holds them down. On the back, you've got this part, which feels almost like felt, as does this part up here. Both of these do. Then the little pull tab thing on the back. And in the inside, you've got this little baby tiger thing going on. So that's cool, I guess. It's not really, but it's there. It's just it doesn't have a mouth. So he's probably going to die soon because he won't be able to eat. Like, you see that? Like, that's sad, I guess. I don't know. But it happens, right? So past that, I don't have much else to say about the overall look of the shoe, the upper, and any of that. said enough. And so now is going to be the point where I get those on foot videos in here, so that way you can see that. So I'm going to bring those in, give you the whole thing, and then I'm going to talk about the feeling, the comfort, all that good stuff. So when I'm wearing these, right, like I said, one of the things that I noticed is that they're super comfortable, super comfortable. Like the React cushioning is kind of crazy, you know. I had my doubts at first, but I went with it, tried it out on the elements, and no regrets, not a single one. So if you're looking for something that's going to work for you all day long, I'm going to say that these are a pretty good pick. Right now, the shoe that you go with, whether you choose a Presto or you choose an Element 87 or you choose one of like their actual running ones, they're all largely going to feel the same because the cushioning is going to be the same. The difference will be in the upper, so that is kind of up to you. The upper of the Presto though, the shoe that I'm talking about now, solid, very solid. It gives you a nice bit of room to wiggle around in, you know, but it still feels like, because with the cage on there holding everything together, you still feel enough stability in there that you're going to be okay. So these, I'd say they're probably pretty good for working out in. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about running in them because I just haven't yet, but I don't think I would care for it, only because the way the shoe is made, it just doesn't seem like it really locks your foot in everywhere you need it to if you're looking for actual performance, right? But technically you can run in anything and you're gonna be okay. It's just, what are your standards? So there's that. And now let's do a little bit of a shift in the video so you can see what these look like, just going and doing that whole little half circle type thing, because I just put that in there. I don't always like doing it because then I have to hold the camera, but whatever, it is what it is. And so there's that. And now that you've seen all that stuff, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. You know, I'm gonna have to watch this again, but I feel like I skipped the part about sizing. I really do. Sizing, 9. These are a 9. That's the size I buy in things like this, in Nikes, right? True to size fit. That's it. That's all I got. So here's the thing. Here's the shoe again. Give you that nice up close look. Try to get you in here so you can see some of these details one more time. On one of these sides it says Presto, I think. Yeah, there. It's on this side. It's on the inside. So there's one other little detail in there. I don't think there's anything else that I have to mention about these, but again, for $140 they're not too bad. But I believe there's a sale going on right now on Nike, not necessarily for these, because I don't know if they have these, but there is a sale on other React Prestos. So if you're looking for a pair, now might be the time. So go ahead. You can close out of this because I'm done. You can go on over to there, see what's up with that, and hopefully make a purchase. If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know. That's what the comment section is for. All right, people. So thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I am now done for today. Actually, no, take that back. I'm not. I'm going to the gym, going to come back, and I got another video to do. So there's that. But again, these will be staggered, so they won't all be going up today. All right. Later, people.